How do we monitor the vital signs of the global population and of our planet? Well, much like our pulse measures the health of our heart, LoRaWAN measures the health of people, planet, and profits. LoRaWAN is essential in building that strong foundation. In fact, LoRaWAN is at the heart of the IoT digital transformation.
Our vision is the wide-scale adoption of IoT solutions that use the capabilities of LoRaWAN and other technologies to protect our precious natural resources. How many sensors, how many solutions does that involve? Well, it needs to be a lot to drive the sort of change that we need to see. So let's say 1 billion to start with. That's a nice big number. Deployed to protect our planet, to monitor water consumption, energy consumption, supply chains, farms that grow the food we eat, and the oceans that sustain us. Enabling the intelligent use of the bounty of assets that the Earth has provided for us. I want us all to be part of telling that story, moving from fear about the future to a new story about the hope we can provide, the action that we can take, to deliver a new chapter, a new future for 2040, for 2050, and beyond.
Allow me to talk about how we are supporting this goal at European level. First, for the period 21 to 27, under Horizon Europe, we will invest approximately 95 million in developing this technology. Secondly, through the European Innovation Council, we will continue to support startups in this sector. Indeed, so far, the EIC has supported more than 2,000 digital startups and 370 of them in the field of Internet of Things. Allow me to stress that all of them are also European. And together, these digital startups have managed to attract more than 2.2 billion in additional funding. Indeed, to strengthen innovation in Europe, yesterday the Commission adopted a new European agenda for innovation. The agenda will be deployed along 5 lines: access to finance, innovation-friendly regulation, more effective connection between regional and national ecosystems, synergies, and support to talents. I invite you to have a look at this agenda and get involved.
And then all these other examples that I gave you, the commonality across them are these 4 things. One is that they're not always static. They're moving around, or they're in very difficult areas to be able to get to them. Over millions, or hundreds of acres that you need to have that reach. A lot of them are running on highly constrained battery-operated devices that has to last 7, 8 years. You can't go there and service these things on a regular basis. It has to be extremely cost-effective. We're taking the paradigm of connectivity where I remember it used to be almost like $100 per year to $10 per year to less than $1 per year, right? And then it has to be able to run on very constrained compute devices that you don't have a lot of compute power at the edge. So either the intelligence has to lie in the cloud or to be able to run very effectively, right? So you can see it's a very different paradigm. And that's exactly why we joined the LoRa Alliance. And we're so excited about this technology because it really helped solve many of those issues that I talked about very effectively. We have joined the LoRa Alliance in full excitement with an amazing set of partners. You can see some of them on this slide, that we have an amazing relationship. And what we want to do is to really integrate our stack, our cloud technologies with what they have to offer. So it really makes it a lot simpler for our customers to deploy these technologies in matter of, going from what used to take months to less than a week to days and hours. That's what we're doing today and making it happen.
As a conclusion, I will say that some debates seem to be behind us. I remember with advent of 4G IoT that there were some voices to predict the end of IoT with unlicensed band like LoRaWAN. As a matter of fact, we can observe over the last few years that the growth of LoRaWAN IoT was faster than 4G IoT. No doubt, there will be in the future still room for this technology to be used for very low power, very low data intensive services. In addition, I'm convinced that when environmental impact will play a key role in deploying and developing new services, having a way to introduce robust services with device design for very low consumption and very long life duration will be a key point, will be very important for the choice of a solution. I see ISM band usage with LoRa technology as a good candidate to fulfill this role. I thank you.
One is around enterprise solutions, which is your connected workers, your in-plant logistics, manufacturing productivity, or the environmental monitoring, which is what is broadly we can look at as an enterprise solution. On the other side is the one which is my smart city solutions, which is again street light tracking, gas meter, hazardous gas management, water management, and smart buildings, so on and so forth. When you combine these two, somewhere it fits into it our theme of people, planet, and community, which is social, which is economical, where you are also able to manage the community. Across this theme of enterprise solutions plus my smart utilities solutions, which I'm able to bring in, I'm able to encompass a people, planet, and community thought process, which is where LoRaWAN is playing a fantastic base on which the whole use cases itself could be developed. Just to go a little bit deeper into what that enterprise solution itself means.
And the IoT, and that's one thing that I've always loved about this industry, and particularly about the LoRa Alliance world, is that it's about an ecosystem. No one can play a full role for anything here, and we need that ecosystem and leadership as well to make this industry evolve. So what would be IoT 3.0 if we talk that first round was about digitizing process and the second round was about optimizing processes? Well, we keep connecting physical world with the digital world. We need to provide we need to make more meaningful partnerships, and by meaningful partnerships, we talk about providing full solutions. Either is every time we are talking with a customer, we need to be able to provide not only the sensors, but also the connectivity and the solution and the whole thing as a package.